You know, I just think it's hilarious. You guys. I think it's hilarious.
An elimination game. I don't know if it's changed.
You know, I'm running a little bit late. Oh, slightly late. Slightly late. Slightly late. I'm on time. Silence. Nothing. I run 5 minutes late. I never hear the end of it. I'm on time. Nothing. Man. Just goes to show, man, how unappreciated us streamers are in society. Anyways, what's up, guys? Like the stream if you haven't. A lot to talk about today. Lakers get swept. Nuggets conference final winners headed to the NBA finals for the first time in the history of their franchise. How about that? We got a lot why is this so motherfucking choppy? What the hell is this? Why does this look like shit and why is it so choppy? That was a crazy ass shot right there. LeBron just throwing that in. Last night's game was incredible. Just a great game through and through. And the Nuggets, really, if I'm the Lakers, we're going to check on the Lakers subreddit. We're going to, what's going on with this video? Of course, you know, the Home Depot ad, that plays flawlessly, right? We don't want to fucking see it. Live right now. The Denver Nuggets. Wait, what is going on? Why is my computer so weird right now? Oh, don't tell me. Don't tell me. Don't tell me we're having problems again. What up, everyone? Live right now, the Denver Nuggets dominate the Lakers. ESPN is embarrassingly bad. Oh, we're going to go off on ESPN today. AD to Mavericks rumors yet again. Looking at the Lakers subreddit. Is it Nikola Jokic's year? No, is it? It is Nikola Jokic's year. A lot to talk about. Get in here. Man, Aaron Gordon had a great game last night too. They're saying we were famous Land Vogel. Yeah, I've seen that. We talked about that a little bit yesterday. Yeah, we're gonna talk about the most impressive sweep ever or whatever the fuck Horse said. We're gonna talk about ESPN. I mean, they really embarrassed themselves. Like they have really been bad. Like really been bad lately. But we're gonna talk about some of their coverage last night and this morning and how terrible it is. LeBron was hitting threes. I mean, you got to give LeBron tons of credit, man. Like, he went out guns a-blazing. Although, just the second half wasn't that great. And I do wonder. I've always wondered this about Luka. Is it really worth it having your guys play that many minutes? Is it really worth it having your guys play like an entire half and then they're gassed in the second half when you really, really need them? Like, would it be worth it just to throw in 3 or 4 minutes of rest here and there, even if it's you know, detrimental to the team? Was that... How many games this postseason have we seen go down to the absolute last shot? Tristan Thompson was getting minutes. Like, what was going on? I remember Bud playing Giannis 32 minutes in a high-stake playoff games. Yeah, there's 2 ends of the spectrum. That Budenholzer was on some crazy shit early on in like those Bucks playoff runs. 7-man rotation for the Nuggets. 7 people played last night. 45 minutes for Jokic, 43 for Jamal Murray, 41 for Aaron Gordon, 41 for MPJ. 48 minutes for LeBron. He got 4 seconds of rest. $41 for Reeves, 42 for Rui, 40 for AD, 38 for Schroeder. I mean, do or die game. Like, obviously, you're going to play your guys. But I do wonder, though, like, 4 minutes of rest, you know? Like, let's make sure we have enough in the tank. Yeah, LeBron the gas at the end of the game. Dude popped off hard in the first half, though. Yeah, I mean, without his 30 points in the first half, this was a fucking blowout. But he was amazing. Jokic was amazing. Not the best shooting night for him, but he turned it on when it mattered most. That crazy-ass 3. That's when you knew. He made that 3, and it was like, yeah, this is his year. Every team that goes on to win the finals has a moment where you're like, oh, yeah, it's their time. This was a great play, too. Luka being at 33 to 36 minutes a game next year would be ideal. Yeah. Kai for Rui, Vandy, Bamba, THJ, JaVale, 10 for Allen. 2027 first and Davis for a wing. Maybe Doe. Sign Grant Williams, guards. Luka Doncic, Josh, Jaden, wings, Rui, Vandy, Doe, Grant, Biggs, Allen, Maxey, Mo. Hold on, that was very hard to follow. Okay, so our starting 5 would be Luka. Who's playing the 2? Luka, Jaden Hardy, I guess. Rui. I mean, that wouldn't be bad. But you're gonna need a second guy there. Like you need 2 guys, man. You can't just be rocking out there with 1 guy. And 1. The start to the second half for the Nuggets, man. They won the third quarter 36-16. 36-16. The Lakers were up 15 at halftime. And it was just an onslaught in that third quarter. This is championship team shit. Like, it really is. What the Nuggets are doing. How they control games, how nothing really slows them down. They take every punch you give them, and then they just bounce right back every single time. Went on little runs of their own. Offensive rebounds, extending possessions. This and one right here. Yeah! First lead of the game. Look at Jokic, too. How often do you see Jokic get hyped like that? I saw somebody make an observation, and ever since I saw it, it reminds me, it's so true. Like, Jokic never is hype when he does anything, but he always gets so hyped for his teammates. It's so true. That was a great shot right there, MPJ in transition. He's having a moment. 5 of 16 last night, but he's been really good this postseason and defensively. Too strong. LeBron. 40 minutes. 48 minutes. Old. Doesn't matter. We'll talk about LeBron here in a bit. I am posting a video after the stream of saying goodbye to the Lakers officially, so I'm not going to talk too much about the Lakers in this. We are going to go to their subreddit. We are going to look around. Jokic was in foul trouble this whole game, too. He had 5 fouls with, what, like 6 minutes left in the game or something like that? It was a pretty good amount of time. Look at Tristan Thompson. Yeah! Yeah, fuck him! I saw that moment right there, and I was like, you know what? Maybe when a series reaches 3-0, it's just over. Once a series hits 3-0, maybe it's time to just end it. Like, we have Tristan Thompson screaming and talking shit. He had 10 minutes last night. He was actually pretty good. I'm not going to lie. Like, his minutes were not bad at all. D'Lo is done. That's probably his last game as a member of the Lakers. They want him out of here. Either losing tonight or winning in 7? No. Sorry, just no. I just, there's no way the Heat lose 4 straight games. I could see the Celtics winning tonight, though. You mean the Mavericks are graciously going to accept D'Lo for Kyrie? Yeah, that was a big play right there, too. But there's something about 3-0 series. Does anybody else just get such weird vibes when you're watching them? Like, the team down 3-0, usually they turn up. Actually, I was surprised to see a stat that more often than not, a 3-0 series in Game 4, it ends. I was surprised to see that. That more often than not, Game 4 in a 3-0 series ends in a sweep. There it is. There's the fucking shot right there. Why is this shit so choppy? What up, Shadows? That's the shot. Like, that's like statue level shit if the Nuggets do go on to win the finals. Like, that's the picture. That's like the memory from this playoff run. I mean, insane. Big shot right there by Reeves. You listen to the new 77 minutes? No. But what they say? That's Tim Cato's podcast, right? And then here was the end. Great defense by Jamal Murray. Great defense by Jamal Murray. I was a little bit scared here for a second. Jokic was like reaching down, holding his... I don't know what he was doing there, but I got a little bit worried for a tiny second. But incredible stuff, man. By the Nuggets. Sweep. Hato and Mavs draft on the latest pod. Anything interesting get said? Swap, slightly biased, and Powell. We win it all. Hey, what did I do? I want my star back. Where's the link? I can't seem to find it. It should just be in the description. He's getting his wedding ring? Okay. I knew that he had it tied to his shoe. I saw that this morning. A 30-point triple-double for Jokic. He and Wilt Chamberlain are the only 2 players in NBA history to average a triple-double in back-to-back postseason series. Of course, like, Wilts are kind of fake. Like, Wilts are a little bit fake. Hey, that's just reality. The most triple-doubles in a postseason run ever already. You know some more coming in the finals. Not really, in my opinion. Basically, they think Walker Hendricks will go before 10, and Mavs will probably move 10. 30, 14, and 13 for Jokic. 3 blocks, 3 turnovers. Absurd, man. I'm trying to remember if there's been a time in recent memory where, like, a player went into a postseason as, like, you know, an arguable top guy in the league. Because, you know, for the longest time it was LeBron and LeBron only. But, like, after this postseason, there's absolutely no debate. You can't even argue it anymore. Jokic is the best player in the league, and there's, like, nobody who really has another argument. He's just, like, solidified himself, not just this year as the best player in the league, but, like, historically. Crazy stuff. Jamal Murray, 25 points, 10 of 18. Nice game for him. Aaron Gordon was really good. 3 of 5 from deep. He didn't make a 3 in this series before this game. He was really good. His best game of the series by far. And then LeBron with the 40 piece. Again, 30 at halftime, so 10 in the second half. 10 boards, 9 assists. Great game for him. 6 of 15, 14 rebounds. I don't think he was as bad as people are making it out to be, really. Schroeder, 5 of 13. Rui, 3 of 12. His worst game of the series. Probably the playoffs, which is unfortunate. He had a really good postseason. If Jokic gets Finals MVP, who is higher all time, him or Giannis? I will say, I feel like Jokic. That feels a little bit recency biasy, but hey. And just in the speaking of Nikola Jokic, I'm sure you guys have all seen this before, but Nikola Jokic was drafted during a Taco Bell commercial. Nikola Jokic, Serbia. A fucking quesarito. A quesarito. Oh my God, what an abomination. Look, listen, I like Taco Bell. I like Taco Bell. Not my go-to. I've been a good boy with fast food lately. Now, I did get some fast food today, but I didn't have anything else to eat. If I am going fast food, I'm going Chick-fil-A, just because, you know, it's probably the only fast food option that doesn't make me feel like complete and total shit directly after eating it. But if I'm okay with feeling like complete and total shit, I'll go with Taco Bell. Okay? But anytime they try to make a burrito concoction that involves cheese being wrapped around the burrito or on top of the burrito, it's horrible. All right? And quesarito is absolutely no exception. I see what they're doing. This is peak Taco Bell, you know, stoner behavior. Dude, what if we fucking wrap the burrito in a quesadilla? I'm not gonna lie, I've been on a tropical smoothie cafe kick lately. Bro, I don't know if I'm blind or dumb, but I see the link, the join channel link. It just goes to your YouTube. Surely you never had Chipotle quesarito? No, I had those too. Those little hacks. It doesn't do anything for me. Like wrapping the fucking tortilla in cheese actually does nothing for me. Just put the cheese on the inside. You know, let the cheese be on the meat. Put the cheese on the meat and let it just soak in the flavor of the meat. I don't want it to soak in the flavor of the fucking bread. Okay? Put it inside of it. I'm a sad Lakers fan right now. I have Nuggets beating my Lakers. The Nuggets are winning a championship this year. I have Nuggets beating my Lakers. I mean, so does everyone else because it happened. Have you never eaten a burrito before? IDK how Americans function with all that fast food. Guys, you want to know, guys, can I let you in on a little secret? The lunch thing yesterday was a prank. I was joking. I didn't eat that for lunch. That was a picture I found on my camera roll from like a year ago. I don't even remember when that was. I saw it on Twitter or something and saved it because I thought it was funny. And a lot of people in the chat were saying American food. Ew, American food. Little do you know, that was definitely not American. I don't know for a fact that that wasn't American, but I could look at it in 1 second and tell you that shit was British. I don't even need confirmation. That shit was 100% British cuisine, which is repulsive. Anyways, hilarious that Jokic got drafted during a Taco Bell commercial, and it was a commercial for a quesarito. I had my wife make that last night solely based off your recommendations. I've been banned from viewing the channel. Oh, honey, I know what I want for dinner tonight. The French call it poutine. That was not poutine, dude. Poutine's just gravy on fries, isn't it? Also disgusting. I'm sorry. That shit's terrible. Streaming the Celtics funeral tonight? No. My stream yesterday, my day stream yesterday got hit with a copyright thing. So we're just dealing with copyrights now, guys. It is what it is. Watching the highlights got me, so whatever. All right, what else do we want to talk about? Let's before we get into anything else, I want to stick to the Nuggets. Was there an argument for Jamal Murray to be the conference final MVP? For me it was Jokic. I'll just always, even though last year I was just being a salty bitch and said I didn't think Steph deserved it, even though he did, but I was just being a little salty boy. I'll always default to the best player if they have a best player type of series. You know. You did it again today as well? Yeah, damn right I did it. Damn right. But Jamal Murray was the first player to ever average 30 points on 50, 40, 90 in a conference finals. What up, Sight? Got you streaming while I work, bro. Nice. Quit your job. Go to your boss right now and tell him you're thinking about unionizing. You and a couple of the boys down on the third floor have talked about it, and you're starting to form a union. People were saying LeBron deserved it. Okay, well, LeBron definitely does. I will continue to die on this hill. LeBron deserved the 2015 Finals MVP. Like, he just did. They would never do it because he lost. But without a doubt, he deserved that award. Especially if they gave it to Steph, you know, whatever. Probably didn't deserve it. Then, like, Steph didn't deserve it. But since they gave it to Iggy, who it's like, well, Iggy held him to like a 36-point triple-double. It's like, all right, just fucking give it to LeBron. Anyways, remarkable series by Jamal Murray, man. Happy for that dude, really. Happy for that dude. 32.5 points per game, 5 boards, nearly 3 steals, 40% from 3, 65% true shooting. This is a top what duo in the NBA. Huh. What up, Zesquill? Top 2? I think top two's who's number one? I think they got to be the best duo right now, right? Like, or would you still give it to LeBron and AD? Butler and Bam? I think I. Well, do you have Bam ranked higher than Jamal Murray? I probably would, but I have Jokic higher than Jimmy. I think this would have to be the best duo in number one, right? Just right now, the best duo going right now, just because Jokic is the best player in the league. KD and Booker for sure up there. Those are probably. We're gonna update my top 100 list here in the coming weeks. Should I do it before the finals or after? Like wait to see what happens in the finals, obviously, right? But I feel like I'll have KD and Book in my top 10. Both of them. Jamal was bad in the Sun series, though. Jamal's still a little bit inconsistent, but he was really good in this series. We got to give him a ton of props. Little inconsistent. And he was hitting some wild shots, too. 36 unbothered. Winner's work, baby. Matt with the $7 dono. We need to discuss Bruce Brown propaganda. Real talk. Bruce Brown, been a fan of his, actually. Funny enough. For quite a bit. Some of the first ever NBA content on this channel was just kind of a joke thing about when the Pistons traded Bruce Brown to the Nets. But in the video, I was like, you know, I kind of actually like Bruce Brown. Like, I went back and looked at some of his shit. I actually kind of like him. And then when Bruce Brown was playing the 5 in Brooklyn, that's all I needed to see. If you're a smaller player and you're playing the 5, I know all I need to know about you. And I like you. And I want you on my team. PJ Tucker. Bruce Brown. Robert Covington, even though he's taller. But Bruce Brown, great role player. They got him for what, $6 million a year? Not folk, you could keep PJ Tucker. I would love somebody like PJ Tucker. A dog. An absolute dog. Dorian, yeah. I think that tells you a lot about what teams feel about a player too. Oh, and apparently he has a child with Lana Rhodes. That's the scuttlebutt. That's what the people are saying. Daystream hits like a drug that hasn't been invented yet. I've been working on a new drug, actually. I've been working on a new drug. I'll let you guys know. I'm going to take it to the CIA first, see if they're interested in maybe flooding the streets with it. But still working on it. It's a long, I got a long way to go. I tried some last night and hallucinated for 10 seconds, but it felt like 10,000 years. So definitely still need some tweaking. So I think you should rank your top 10 glue guys. No one anywhere gives these guys their due. That would be fun. Grant Afseth has mentioned Robert Covington going to the Mavs as an example of a player type they're looking for in every interview lately. Can't be a coincidence. I'm trying to go for like a psychedelics meets crack cocaine meets Molly meets weed. That's kind of like what I'm aiming towards. If we can get that, then we're good. Rocco is what we believe Hendricks will turn into. A better version of Rocco. Rocco was really nice, though, like on the Timberwolves and shit. Nikola Jokic, the last 9 games. 39, 16, and 5. 30, 17, and 17. 53, 4, and 11. 29, 13, and 12. 32, 10, and 12. 34, 21, and 14. 23, 17, and 12. 24, 6, and 8. God, he sucks. 30, 14, and 13. Jesus. That is insane. One of the greatest playoff runs ever. Those numbers are unfair. Like, my God, have some sympathy. Seriously, man. Barbecue chicken for Jimmy. I mean, the thing is his defense hasn't even been that bad either. Like, let's go look at the defensive numbers. Not that, you know, we're three series in. We can kind of learn some stuff. Mavs draft did say Hendricks is Rocco if he came in the league 4 years younger with the same talent as he came to the NBA with. Mavs draft yelled at me once because I said Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is better than Devin Booker like 2 years ago. I never forgot. Never forgot. I saw the vision so long ago. The Nuggets have been a middle of the road defensive team this postseason. Look at that net rating though, man. 8? That's fucking crazy. Hold on. We got to go back in time a little bit. 8 is wild. Sixers did it. Wasn't this the year they lost to the Hawks in the second round? Who would they play in the first round that they absolutely dominated? Eight is a pretty crazy that's a pretty crazy net rating, man. They're comfortably beating teams in the playoffs. What do we think the KD Warriors teams were? I'm going to guess 11. Yeah, I'm going to guess 11. 10.7. Jesus Christ. 12.9? The Wizards with Russ. That was it. That was it. The Wizards with Russ. You're 100% right. What were the Mavs on in 2011? 6. I mean, still though, you're an elite company. So far, at least. Wizards with Russ. That was kind of a fun team though. True, a little bit lower scoring. You're right. This is rating stuff though. Oh God. Like psychedelics meets crack cocaine meets Molly meets weed. That's kind of like what I'm aiming toward. I'm trying to go for like and that's right there, ladies and gentlemen. That's new media. So you actually thought I was describing a drug. No, I'm describing new media. And speaking of new media, it's still in the works, but I'll be back on Bleacher Report in a couple of weeks. 2 weeks. New media. We'll be back on Bleacher Report in 2 weeks. Infiltrating. I'll let you guys know the time later. Jimmy versus Jamal will be trash talk gold. No, Jimmy does like going after they pay you for that? Oh yeah. I'm not working for free. Yeah, we're gonna be cooking up more trades. It's hilarious though, because if you go look at the comments of like the Bleacher Report stuff, everyone's like, "Why the fuck? I don't want to watch this video. Just put it in the article." So we'll be on Bleacher Report in a couple of weeks. Also, another little update for the channel. I'm talking to some people. We're working some stuff out. There will be a merch drop during the summer. Limited merch. This shirt. This shirt plus another shirt. Just limited. Limited. You think you'll ever do YouTube full time? Hopefully, man. Hopefully. Maybe one day. Why was Kyrie at the Lakers game again? He's just going to the games. Trae Young was there. I'll be honest with you. I'll buy something if it's cold, not if it's ass. Oh, it's going to be good. It's going to be good. So anyways. New media starting to make their mark, which is good because old media is really fucking embarrassing themselves. The ESPN coverage of just in general, but especially of this series has been so laughably bad. That we have to talk about it. I have like 7 different tweets lined up here. Hold on, let me find the one I want to start with. So we have this one. Lisa Salters is presenting Jokic to Western Conference Finals MVP a week removed from saying she had never seen him play. So did you guys see that? Buckets and Beyond pod was pretty good last week. Yeah, if you guys missed out on the Buckets and Beyond pod, I went on their podcast. We had a nice little chit chat about the Mavericks. And then some other stuff too. Buckets and Beyond, wherever you listen to your podcast. So anyways, Lisa Salters, a sideline reporter for ESPN, said that she had never seen Jokic play. Now, this was literally weeks ago. Now, I want to say, though, I do wonder if what she meant to say was, I haven't seen him play live. Like, that's what I'm hoping she meant to say. Hey, I work for ESPN. Like, I just have never been... I've never been assigned to. I haven't been assigned to a Jokic game, but I've seen him play. Obviously, I just haven't seen him live in person. That's what I'm hoping she meant, and that's what I'll give her a bit of the benefit of the doubt. That's what I'm assuming she meant. Bill Simmons has been listenable this last week. Oh, tonight could be an absolute banger. ESPN Lisa Salters make admission about sleeping on Nikola Jokic. Salters made the stunningly candid admission that she had never seen Nugget star Nikola Jokic play. Oh, then clarified she hadn't seen Jokic play in person. Okay, see, I've seen Jokic play in person before, but I'll give her a pass on that one. Like, if you were sleeping on Jokic at this point, though, it's like, okay. Mark Jackson has to talk about how great Jokic is when he didn't have him top 5 in his MVP ballot. Okay, we're a little bit late on this. Topic. I think he was lying. 100%. I think that he did not vote for Jokic, and he just tried to save face a little bit. I am 100%. Hilarious that Mark Jackson was actually in contention for the coaching job at the Bucks. Especially after listening to like other people's podcasts who are like who have votes, and they were basically like trying to be nice, but you could tell they were like, yeah, that would be pretty fucking hard to do. Like, it's not just like a click, click, click. All right, send it. It's like you have to go through this whole process to send in these ballots. And they were like, yeah, it would be pretty tough to do something like that. So I don't believe him. I just don't. And let's not, like, Jokic going off this postseason, I think, has really sort of taken something away from how disgusting those narratives became. Like, it was getting nasty. How about this from Jokic? Jokic on the MVP race.
If you watch it, extremely tough basketball through whole season, and I don't want to say playoff doesn't mean in that, but he was really amazing in 82 games or how many games he played. I don't know. I don't think about MVP.
Clearly doesn't care. And I want to go back to this Joel Embiid article, or this interview he did back in March. Joel Embiid, man, so annoying. Like, I'm sorry, just so fucking annoying. Cole Haan! Like, just crying endlessly about this. It's just like, oh God, I'm so happy. Like, they gave it to him. Now we can move on. Now we don't have to talk about this endlessly every single time. This was in March when Embiid was saying stuff like this. The criteria does change. If we want to talk about the last 3 years since I've been in the running for it, the first year was I didn't play enough games. Last year I came back, I played enough games. I led the league in scoring, and obviously Nikola deserved it and he won it. But then again, he won as a 6th seed in the West. This year I'm leading the league in scoring. I'm doing all these things defensively. I should be making an all-defensive team too. I don't care, but every year it's something. And when you add analytics into it, which don't make sense, you can talk about analytics all you want. When you got some guys in the league, the eye test tells you that they're not good defensively, but analytics tell you they're the best defenders. Jokic. That's when analytics don't make sense at all. I don't make the rules. I don't choose whatever criteria they use, so it's really about whatever people's preferences are. Just crying endlessly. I honestly forgot how bad the crying was. And it's even worse now. It's like even worse after this postseason, looking back on it. With how good Jokic has been going to the finals. And Joel Embiid, yet again, another disaster. Another fucking disaster in the playoffs. Again. And I don't want to hear shit ever again. Okay? Like, just genuinely. Make it past the second round. All right? Then we can talk. Then we'll have discussions. You might be the only top 10 guy who's never made it out of the second round. Actually, you are. I'm thinking about it right now. You are. You are the only top 10 guy who has not made it out of the second round. And you are about to be 30 years old. You're not 22. He was injured? Oh, he was injured last year. He was injured the year before. He was injured the year before that. He was injured the fucking year before that. Every year, man. I don't care anymore. Kawhi's always injured. He gets shit for it. Kawhi's won the finals twice, been in finals MVP twice. AD is hurt all the time. Finals champion, NBA champion. The only other borderline top 10 guy who has not made it past the second round would be Shea. He's like the only guy I can think of. Like, Dame has made it to the conference finals. Luka's made it to the conference finals. It's like, Jesus, man. Enough. Anyways. back to ESPN's disastrous coverage of the game. So I'll give Lisa Salters a pass. Yeah, even Paul George did. You're 100% right. Then you have this. Like, NBA on ESPN. Nuggets in 4. What's hilarious is this account had spent the whole series tweeting, look at LeBron's reaction to the loss after every loss. Like LeBron walking to the locker room. They posted that. LeBron looks locked in. Like, dude, he's just walking. Look at LeBron walk. Could LeBron be the first player to come back down 3-0? Oh, God.
Going down in this series. I'm not sure I've seen a more impressive performance in a sweep ever. The Lakers absolutely were terrific in going down in this series. I'm not sure I've seen a more impressive performance in a sweep ever. The Lakers absolutely were terrific in going down in this series. I'm not sure I've seen a more impressive performance in a sweep ever.
There's no... Dude, that is crazy. That is so funny. The most impressive performance in a sweep ever. Part the 8 months of the slightly delusional club. Lakers didn't get an elimination graphic. Did they really not? We literally saw a more impressive performance in a sweep last year. Who, the Nets? So funny, dude. Most impressive performance in a sweep. Windhorse, are you going to say the M word? I'm going to say the M word. Oh, no, that's not what the quote was. He might say the M word. He's thinking about the M word. I'm going to have to go find that clip. He might say the M word. Windhorst. M word. Fuck, tell me this video is not lost. What up, Colton? ESPN most definitely feels like endless SNL bit. Well, like, this is actually kind of a funny thing to say. Like, this is so absurd, it's funny. Like, think about this. It's so bad that JJ Redick goes on and just says the most normal shit, and everybody thinks it's, like, groundbreaking coverage. Zach Lowe goes on and says the most normal, sane thing you've ever heard. And everybody freaks out.
Serious sports show.
Yeah, like what?
Every discussion about Anthony Davis and whether he's got the dog in him and whether he wants to ball enough should start. The headline should be, he has been the most dominant defensive player in the entire playoffs. Nobody wants to talk about defense. Everyone just wants to talk about where's the post moves, where's the ball. Every Lakers series.
Again, like, literally, Zach Lowe is great, by the way. Like, he goes, like, super in depth and stuff usually, but like, everything he's saying is just so basic. It's just like, yeah, Anthony Davis has been the best defensive player in the playoffs. Why don't we talk about that more? And everyone's like, oh, whoa! Zach Lowe owned him!
Plot point number one for the other team has been, where is Anthony Davis on defense? Who is he guarding? How can we get him away from the basket? Because we are terrified of most should be.
How many fucking
Every
people are on
Lakers
this segment?
series, plot anywhere near it.
See what we're doing?
Every single defense. Defense.
We're doing it again.
No. That's not an excuse.
Zach, you made him Ben Wallace. He's Ben Wallace now. That's what.
Ben Wallace never scored 21 points in a conference finals game and 40 points in a different.
He brings defense. That's what he brings.
So this is what we're gonna.
Why are there 9 people on this fucking panel? Why are there 6 people on the screen? Why are there 6 people on the screen? What could possibly be the reasoning? Every single ESPN video I've ever seen, every single clip from one of their shows, there are 6 to 9 people on the fucking screen at a time. Why are there that many people on the screen? You have 4 people who are just there to say the most ridiculous shit you've ever heard in your life. You have one person who's supposed to be the moderator, I guess, who does nothing. You have one person who's there to just say normal things. Like not even groundbreaking analysis, not even crazy stats. Like they just are normal. They just say normal stuff. And everybody goes crazy because they're not talking out of their ass. And then you have 2 people, their entire purpose is to just sit there like this. Like they just react like that and they don't even speak. It's like, why are there 6 people on the fucking screen? What could possibly be the reasoning?
We're going to be a basketball show, and we're just going to.
Who is this? Who's this guy? Why is his mic so loud? What's this guy's name again? Marcus Spears? Is that who he is? NFL player. Yeah, that's the thing that's funny too. It's like, all right, let's talk about the oh, it's Mark Spears' brother? Let's talk about the NBA playoffs. Here's 4 former NFL players. Like, okay. Why am I supposed to care about this at all? Here's four former middle of the pack NFL guys who played for 4 seasons. Okay. Sweet. Who is McNutt? Like I was listening to Wendy's podcast today and they had oh god, what's his name? Is that the actual name? McNutt? Dominique Foxworth. And Windhorst was like, Dominique Foxworth, you were an athlete. What was going through LeBron's head when he was going back to the locker room? And Dominique Foxworth was like, I don't know. I wasn't that good. And it was like, oh, this is riveting. This is riveting stuff.
Defense doesn't matter.
It does matter.
It doesn't matter the way we talk about Anthony Davis. It doesn't. It doesn't. You guys wave it away.
All I hear is that guy breathing because the microphone levels are so bad.
We dominated the ball. If you look at the top 25 scorers in the NBA, 3 are centers. Anthony Davis, Joel Embiid, and Nikola Jokic. Those 2 other guys are built different offensively than Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis has never been, to his fault, I guess, a give me the ball, Hakeem Olajuwon post-up player. That's not who he is. Well, and if you want to say you wish you were that kind of player and you wish you could do that every game, that's fair. Just acknowledge that for half the game, he's the most dominant presence on the floor. Just acknowledge it.
All right, how did that dominant presence get a win in the series?
Oh, my God. What do they even... It's so dumb because it's just like one guy will go on there with the most batshit insane take of all time that nobody else believes, and they spend the whole day arguing about it. And it's just like, this is one insane person who is saying this. You have 45 seconds before commercial. Quick, everyone get your take on AD. That's exactly what's happening. Has this guy said a word?
Alan, I want to
They're
get.
in the conference finals.
Did he
Why
get
are
a
we
win in the
acting
series?
like they failed?
I want to get
Wait,
Wendy on
Wendy,
this. I don't want to
please.
ignore Wendy. Bring some rational sense to this conversation.
So I also like, okay, you have this guy and Windhorse calling in. They just sat there for 2 whole minutes and said nothing. Oh my God. Oh my God. This shit is a comedy. What did I say? What did I say? What did I say? You have 2 people whose entire purpose on these 18-man panels is to just do this the whole time.
The way we talk about it.
What he brings.
So this is
He's
what
satisfied with
we're
that.
going to do. We're going to be guarding. How can we get him away?
Pat McAfee is probably going to cover the NBA now. Yeah, for 100%. It will not be long until Pat McAfee is on First Take talking about did LeBron's 34 points in a December regular season game last night save his legacy? Yeah, his head grab per 36 stats are insane. That's true. That's so true. Oh wait, I already watched this. Most impressive performance in a sweep of all time.
Bill Belichick has Tom Brady.
And they just cycle the same people through every show. We don't do a good job of selling what the NBA is, which is 30 teams, 450 players.
And then
And here we go. Here we go. What did I just say? Here we go. We have somebody who is there just to say the most sane and normal talking point. I haven't watched this, but I guarantee you what JJ Redick says is just the most normal thing you've ever heard. Like it's just not batshit insane.
and Brady leaves, and then Belichick gets back to the Super Bowl for the second time in the span of 4 years. Would we be talking about Bill? Of course we would. This is what we do, and it's not just us, Stephen A. I'm not accusing anyone in this room or anything. This is just the way that we have sold the NBA. I don't love it. After Game 1 of the Nuggets-Lakers series, I was on a show. I was on Get Up for 2 hours. I was on this show for 2 hours. I would say over half the conversation was about the Lakers and what they did. Oh, by the way, Nikola Jokic had his third straight triple-double that game and had 34, 21, and 14. How much did we talk about that? We don't do a good job of selling what the NBA is, which is 30 teams, 450 players, multiple superstars. The fact that people are now being like, oh, I didn't realize Nikola Jokic was good. Well, let's put him on TV more. Let's talk about him more, Stephen A.
Yeah, that's true. What I don't understand about this, like these whole ratings and marketing thing, it's like, man, the NBA should have no problem marketing these guys. I'm trying to go. You know what I mean? Like they really should have no problem marketing these guys. Almost every team has a star level player, or at least some young, fun, potential star level player. Potential star. Like it should be very easy to market these guys. Okay, I had to confirm this. In the 2 minutes after Denver won to go to the finals, ESPN's cameras actually focused on just the victorious Nuggets for a grand total of 4 seconds. They cut away from the Nuggets celebration for about 90 straight seconds. Okay. They win. Woohoo. Good game. Good job. Good series. Good work. And then there goes Braun. Okay, I'm gonna be real. Nothing too egregious so far. I'll give ESPN a bit of a pass here. Nothing too egregious so far. There goes LeBron back to the locker room. Yeah, we're gonna get that. Okay, yeah, here we go. Replay of the final play. All right, nothing wrong with this. AD walking off the floor. Another replay of the final play. Then we go back to the celebration. Not too bad. SportsCenter guy said the Nuggets winning Western Conference Finals has become the subplot. Did he actually say that?
Nuggets their flowers. Obviously, they deserve it.
Yeah, they made it to the NBA Finals for the first time. But it's hard not to make that the subplot. What we heard through Dave McMenamin about LeBron James maybe having played his final game. I'm sure
we'll hear a lot more about LeBron James. But for now, he got more SportsCenter to talk about in 3.
It really is like a sketch. If this were like some very complex bit, it would actually be hilarious. I did see Jokic brothers, yeah. He's not wrong, unfortunately, not saying that's how it should be, but it has been treated as a subplot. So, dude, I'm sorry. Like, this was just such a good PR move. I'm going to talk about this more in the Lakers video, like the Goodbye Lakers video I'm posting later today, which will be the last time I talk about them for the foreseeable future, unless anything happens. But this is just, there's just no fucking way. Does anybody believe this? Nobody believes this. This was just genius PR moving. All right, float out, like, throw out the, you had a great game. Like, nobody's blaming you for losing the series. You got swept. You've been swept in 3 separate decades. That's a true stat. You've been swept in three separate decades. But you know what? Let's just float out the, hey, I don't know. I'll have to see. Maybe it's over for me. I don't know. Right? Boom. Everyone's talking about that. That's it. Yeah, you really think LeBron's just going to walk away randomly? Like, no way. Kenan Thompson cosplaying as Kendrick Perkins gives better takes than Kendrick Perkins himself. They're scared to death when LeBron retires because the Euros are going to run the league after that. And I'm going to be real with you. I don't think the NBA minds. Like, the NBA, like, they're obviously, I mean, it's clear and obvious what they're trying to do. They need their next American guy, which is fine, by the way. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Like, an American audience is going to relate more towards the American guys. Like, that just is what it is. So, you're going to have LeBron retiring soon. Steph's retiring soon. KD will be retiring soon. Tatum is just not marketable really at all. That's why Ja Morant they've been going so hard towards Ja Morant. And Ja Morant's just not making it easy for him. What racist league are you talking about? I mean, it's not like they're doing it on purpose. The NBA is way more international than any other league. Any other league by a lot. They market their international players well. They appeal to the international audience well. They do a very good job in that regard. And they love their international players. But when it comes to the American audience, like, you need an American guy. That's just how it is. That's how it is. Cooper Flagg, big, good old American boy. I've actually heard a lot about him. I actually watched a highlight video about him. The Boozer brothers, the Boozer and Cooper Flagg, those might be the next guys. And Curry still. But they're trying to find their next American guy that they can prop up. And again, Tatum's just not marketable enough. I do wonder why they're not throwing more of a bone to D-Book. He seems like a good one. His game's fun. He's a dog. He's still young. He plays in a pretty big market. I feel like they should maybe put a little bit more into Booker, to be 100% honest with you. I think Booker's is pretty marketable. Scoot could maybe be that guy. But there will never be another LeBron, though. The way he came into the league immediately was amazing. Like, just this perfect. Just think about for how long he's been in the spotlight. All eyes on him. He pretty much has like a flawless track record when it comes to media stuff. Like, the only thing he really slipped up on was the China thing, which everybody freaked the fuck out about and overreacted to majorly. That's like literally the only blemish on his resume, pretty much. Booker is quite hated, though. And he was also the best player in the league. LeBron was. It's going to be hard to find another guy like that, especially now where it's like, God, could you make an argument the top 5 players are all international? I would say no, because Steph has to be in the top 5. But if you wanted to go Giannis, Jokic, Luka, Embiid, who would be the 5th guy you throw in there? Wemby. No, not Wemby. Wemby immediately. Steph's got to be in your top 5s now. And, you know, Steph's older, but he still looks like he's got quite a bit left in the tank. True, Shea. Shea's an international king. By the way, Shea is a marketing gym waiting to happen. He just is. Like, if the Thunder end up becoming really, really good consistently, Shea's a guy you could easily market around. Incredibly good, fun to watch, and cool. You want to talk about aura? He goes to like Fashion Week shows. Bronny's playing 4 years in the league, and then he's getting waived. Bronny seems like a... See, I think Jimmy's a pretty good one. Jimmy's pretty good one, but the funny thing is, I think Jimmy's like too bad shit insane for them to like really market. You know what I mean? He's almost like too bad shit insane. But no, Bronny, everything I've heard about Bronny makes it sound like he's going to be at bare minimum like a really, really good role player in the NBA. I don't know. It's going to be really interesting to see. I think the NBA is in a good spot because they're just going to be very international. But I'm interested to see what they do for like their American-focused guys. Once like Steph is done and moves on. Because he's probably got 3-4 years left. I mean, it could still be Ja. Like, Ja could get it together. He's still young. Ja can get it together, and he could be like a nice little, you know... on top of being a really, really fun player and a marketable guy, he could also be this, hey, you know, he messed up and he learned from it, and it's a nice story now. You know, something like that. Ja Wick is not getting it together. Hopefully this is the wake-up call. Is Ja even one of the 5 best American players currently? Okay, let's see. Right now, Jimmy's better. No, he's not. I can just tell you right now off the top of my head, definitely not. Steph, Jimmy, KD, Tatum, Booker, all pretty easily. What up, Josh? Tatum is propped up as the American guy. He's really not, though. Dame too, yeah. Like they could push Tatum way harder than they do. Especially considering like his teams have always been in deep playoff runs. I think it's a Celtics thing. I think it's really hard to prop up a Celtics player because people just don't like them. And they're not as big as the Lakers, where it's like, yeah, people don't like the Lakers, but they're also the fucking Lakers. You think if you put Ja on a stacked team like the Celtics for all the years Tatum played, is he choking the Golden State Warriors? It's really hard to say because they're such different players. I don't know. They love the Bird. Well, yeah, but Bird was like the best player in the sport at times. What are we arguing here? We somehow went on. We're somehow talking about marketability, and I don't know. I don't even know how we got here. Oh, I did want to go to the Lakers subreddit. You think Rob Will is on the move this summer? It's possible. I'll tell you one thing though. I think the Celtics win tonight. I think the Celtics will either win tonight or lose by 40. Like I don't think they're going to lose by 2 points like the Lakers last night. Like, I think if the Celtics are down by like 7 in the second quarter, it's over. I'm trying to find the post-game thread. It's kind of tough for the 3-0 series and then getting swept. Like, you've already accepted it's over. So you're not going to get too much salt. Let's see controversial. Yeah, we're going to get into the Celtics stuff here in a bit. Most Lakers ending ever. Fuck these cunts. Okay. Trade AD. Soft ass. Fuck AD. Shit was embarrassing. Oof. All you morons praising LeBron. Kobe wouldn't have gotten swept like this with these teammates. Antonio Davis showed up tonight. Antonio Davis. Not very fun, actually. Who's the Mavericks' bigger rival? Heat or Spurs? All time? Spurs, easily. Does the Lakers getting swept worry you about them chasing after Kyrie? Not really. The only real scenario in which that really terrifies me is the idea of the Mavericks signing and trading Kyrie in a panic move and getting like D'Lo and stuff, you know, which would be a disaster. I have actually, and this might just be some coping mechanisms here, but I've actually like grown okay. Like I thought, you know what, if Kyrie does in fact leave, if that happens, and you can sort of you know, you can waive and stretch Bertans if you want to, you can non-guarantee Reggie Bullocks, like you can open up a good amount of cap space and we can maneuver that way and bring in a handful of guys that can help. AD for Dame. Despite D'Lo not being a big part of this L, he still fucking is, because if he wasn't so torched on defensive shot making, could have been much needed. This finals is going to have worse ratings than the Stanley Cup. I highly doubt that. This is still a championship team. All we have to do is get rid of D'Lo, Beasley, Brown, Vando, Troy, AD, Dennis, Ham, etc. Ham is a shit coach. AD is soft when it counts. LeBron is great but aging. What's up with the Ham? Like one day Ham's a god, next day it's terrible. Like this is the constant back and forth with coaches that's just like so annoying to me. When they win, it's good. When they lose, it's all their fault. Bro, Warriors fans are so delusional. Some were saying they wanted Dinwiddie, Dorian up first for Poole. Yeah, it's pretty much, if you don't win the championship, it's time for a new coach. Like, I actually guarantee you, not all of them, but I guarantee you if the Nuggets, like, let's just say the Nuggets get swept by the Heat. Not going to happen, but if it did, I guarantee you there will be some unhinged Nuggets fans calling for Michael Malone's job. Denver was a better team, a better coach would have gotten us at least 2 games. I think you just have to look at this if you're the Lakers. If you're a Lakers fan, and just be like, you know what, man? Like, you know what? The Nuggets were just way better than us. That's just it. I mean, Warriors fans were fed up with Kerr at times this year, too. But sometimes it's just you play a better team. It happened to the Mavericks last year. And it sucks because you make it all the way to the conference finals. You're like, holy shit, here we go. Here we go. We can make the finals. We can win the finals. And then you get beat pretty handedly in the conference finals, and it's obvious you weren't really at that tier you think you were. And it's like, it sucks. It does. I still can't believe the Warriors shit the bed so hard these playoffs. I guess the punch really ruined a dynasty. Did they really shit the bed that hard, though? Like, Amsterdam with the 5.99 euros. Kyrie for Hachimura and Reeves. 10th pick in Bertans for Jaren. JJ. THJ for Dodo. Dwayne Finney-Smith. Keep up the good work, Slightly By. Stay healthy, please. I'll try my hardest, mate. Wait. Kyrie for Hachimura and Reeves. Okay. 10th pick for Bertans. 10th pick and Bertans for Jaren Jackson. Tim Hardaway Jr. for Dorian. That ain't happening. That ain't happening. I wish. That would be a good offseason. Wrong accent. I don't have a Dutch accent. The Brits do not have the euro. Oh, this is just my European accent. Can the Lakers sign and trade both Reeves and Rui? I think I don't know the rules about that. I just know sign and trades are already incredibly complicated. They can't sign and trade Reeves. Mav CB said. Well, there you go. They're not going to do that anyways. Like, Reeves is staying for sure. For sure. What's the single best realistic move the Mavs should do this offseason? And do you think the Mavs front office is competent enough to pull it off? Well, I mean, if these rumors are somewhat true and you could get Jared Allen for not a lot, I think that should be the first thing they're exploring. We'll see, though. I'm interested. As Mavs fans, we just have to accept our back against the wall, and we'll be forced to take Beasley, Bamba, and D'Lo per Wendy. Yeah. Then learn a French, Spanish, or German accent. German? Gross. No offense to any of the Germans out there. In the lead up to tonight's game, here's what Boston Celtics players are saying. Dutch don't have an accent. They speak clean American English. I remember whenever I was in Amsterdam, I was down in the hotel lobby. And the guy working the front desk, I'm assuming, you know, obviously he was Dutch. You could tell by his voice. Delivery guy came in and was speaking Dutch to him. And the guy goes, "Oh, I only speak English. I don't speak Dutch." And then I was like, "Damn, do a lot of people like not speak Dutch here?" And he was like, "Oh yeah, most people only speak English." Even though they're Dutch, just because Amsterdam is just such a tourist hub. Thought that was a little interesting. Marcus Smart, don't let us get one. Jaylen Brown, don't let us win tonight. That's what they're supposed to say. But I hate this. I was just about to say the exact same thing, Mason. I hate this happening right now. And it's like, you guys couldn't have done this 2 nights ago? Like, if you won 2 nights ago, it's 2-1. The whole series is completely different. But you couldn't have done this 2 nights ago. Instead, you lost by 30 points in a game 3 when you're already down 2-0. Like, how am I supposed to take this seriously? Yeah, Dutch is a useless bitch to learn anyways. Deaf in Amsterdam. This, by the way, I don't know why this is on Facebook. This right here, even if you guys aren't a baseball fan, this is like a must-watch. The four days in October or whatever it was about the Red Sox 4-0 series comeback.
What's embarrassing? You guys are better than this. Well, I mean, you know, it happens. Baseball.
Kevin Millar was walking around like he was on a pogo stick. Anybody who'd listen, you know, don't let us win this game tonight.
Well, let me tell you, don't let us win today. Okay. Then we got PD tomorrow, and we got Shell Game 6.
Baseball needs to get back to this type of feel. Baseball needs to get back to how it felt around this time.
You started looking down the road, and I don't know how many times I said it, but you started seeing the matchups in Game 5. You started seeing the matchups in Game 6.
Don't let us win this game tonight. Then they get PD, and then they get Shell Game 6. And Game 7, anything happens.
And you know, once you get to Game 7 at this level...
And they went on to win. 4-0 series comeback. Legendary. It needs to get back to this. Like, we need to get back to teams hating each other's guts. Like pure hatred for each other. We need to get back. Speaking of baseball, Oakland is losing their last sports team, the A's. Anyone who tells you it's the owner's fault, it's not. It's the city/crime. Well, let's see. They played in the shittiest stadium I've ever seen. Both them and the Raiders. And, I mean, Golden State just went across the street, basically. Seeing Tatum cracking jokes with Jimmy during Game 3 made me feel great as a C's fan. Speaking of the Celtics, I found this interesting. Woj. Celtics players still not accepting Udoka exit. Believe a dismissal a wild overreaction. Interesting time for this to come out. This team, this locker room, they never got over Ime Udoka's dismissal as head coach. Wojnarowski told Mike Greenberg on NBA Countdown. These players did not accept the organization's reasoning for doing it. They thought it was a wild overreaction. There are a lot of people on the outside who thought it was an overreaction. It was an HR matter. For this team and talking with management, I think they felt they never got the answers. They got any more answers than the public was getting on this. Interesting stuff, man. This doesn't mean they haven't accepted Joe Mazzulla as head coach, but this is a team that really believed in Ime Udoka, had a strong connection with them, Wojnarowski said. I think there were a couple of instances this season where a lot of angst resurfaced first when the Brooklyn Nets nearly hired Udoka as head coach, and then when the Rockets did. Ooh. Udoka's dick was the downfall of a dynasty. Got to be some of the most severe post-nut clarity you've ever seen. Have any of you guys been following this shit? I lost it. The Breaking Bad frame by frame account. Do any of you guys follow that account on Twitter? Oakland deserves to lose their last sports team. Shit. Jesus. I really don't care, actually. Every Breaking Bad frame in order. It's been going on for 2 years. And it reached earlier this morning. It reached the most infamous frame in Breaking Bad history. Look at this shit. Literally frame by frame. And today, earlier this morning at 4:30 in the morning, it reached the most iconic frame. One of the most iconic frames in the history of television. Classic. Great show. One of the best. I'm excited to go to Rangers game next month. Can't believe they turned things around so far. I need to go to one. I don't know why I haven't yet so far. Anyways, what else do we have? Might be wrapping it up here soon. I'm going to drop a video here in a bit saying goodbye to the Los Angeles Lakers. Make sure you guys tune in when that comes out. Hopefully around 4:35-ish. That video will be up. Let's just briefly talk about this. Let's just briefly talk about this. I don't have much to say about it. Colin Cowherd, so immediately I'm discrediting it. The Dallas Mavericks have had their eyes on Anthony Davis. This is like floating around a little tiny bit towards around the trade deadline. The idea, I guess, would be a sign and trade. AD for Kyrie. I don't understand how that makes sense at all for the Lakers. Now for the Mavericks, I would do that. I would. I love Kyrie. I hope Kyrie stays. Anthony Davis is just exactly what you need. There was a clip floating around of Jesse achieving class consciousness talking about how much they were getting ripped off. Yeah, I've seen that too. Just a classic show. One of the best memed shows too. Like, I think AD for Kyrie makes a ton of sense for the Mavericks, but I don't understand why the Lakers would do that. They would be taking a massive step backwards. Not that I think there's that huge of a gap in between AD and Kyrie, like in terms of just players. If you were like ranking players, I don't know how big of a gap there is between those two. But what AD provides to the team is harder to find than what Kyrie does. It's like much more difficult to replace. So I don't, it doesn't make any sense to me. I don't see it happening. I don't know why the Lakers would do it. And if it were just a straight up trade, the Mavericks don't have enough. It would be Bertans, 10, whatever else you have to do contract wise to make it work, and all of the picks you have available to trade. Does somebody else beat that? Unless AD says, I want to go to Dallas, trade me there. But does it, like, AD's not doing that unless LeBron's retiring, and maybe LeBron actually is retiring. I don't know, but I'm not putting any stock into this at all. None whatsoever. I don't think you guys should either. Truth be told. Kyrie's the closest thing the Mavs have seen to a closer in the last 5 years. You legit want the ball in his hands every second in the fourth quarter. Yeah, he's been amazing. And I very much want Kyrie back. And I think he's going to be back. Like, I really do. Colin's been saying this shit in regular season, though. Yeah, he's been saying this for a long time. But I don't know. Sure, the Mavericks might have their eyes on Anthony Davis. But it's like, I don't see a scenario in which it makes sense for the Lakers. The scenarios are LeBron is done with AD and would rather be with Kyrie, which is very slim. LeBron is like actually done and wants to retire, and AD's like, okay, well, trade me and I want to go to Dallas. Very slim. And those are pretty much your only two options. I bet Perkins is proud and got MVP over Jokic. Oh, I saw this too. If Chris Paul becomes available, the Houston Rockets could consider acquiring him. That would actually be good. I'm not going to lie. That would be a legit smart move on the Rockets' part. Would it be funny if Chris Paul and Harden reunited on the Rockets? I'm like 100% convinced Harden's going to Houston. Would the Mavericks transition Luka to the 4 but let him handle the ball a lot since they let him play with 2 guards? I mean, they kind of already do stuff like that. Like, Luka's a roamer on defense in the sense that they're putting him on the worst player. Worst case scenario, Kyrie walks. They end up starting Dwight again. Are publicly laughed at as a franchise. Yeah, that's the worst case scenario. Harden to the Clippers for George. I think if Harden's leaving, he's going to want to go to Houston. I don't think there's a world where Dwight Powell's starting on a center on the Mavericks. Knock on glass, but I just think after this season and all of the shit they got for it, like they'll do something stupid to replace Dwight Powell before they like go into the season with Dwight Powell as the starting center again. But all right, a little bit of a shorter stream today, but I got a video to work on. A game tonight. We'll be live tomorrow again, same time. We're going every day this week, day streams. I've been liking them. I've been enjoying day streams. I also just think they're easier to go back to. Like, that's the thing about watch parties. You can't really watch them back. You know, day streams where we just talk about whatever we want to talk about. Watch it back. It's like a podcast. Slightly podcast. Anyways, make sure you guys look out for the video. It'll be out in a few hours. Show it some love. Hear me? Show it some love. Thank you guys for coming out today. All of the OGs, you guys know I love you very much. Could have spent your Tuesday afternoon anywhere in the world you decided to spend it here. New subscribers, I promise you guys will not regret it. Regular content being posted on this channel. Videos, streams, and I got some plans, guys. I got some plans in the very near future. A new channel. Not Slightly Baseball. Slightly Baseball is almost dead. I can't find the time. I can't find the time, and I was actually doing some market research on Slightly Baseball. I'm not gonna lie. I was doing some research, some market research. The difference is a lot of baseball people do not give a shit about baseball, like in the sense of Major League Baseball. And I don't want to do a Texas Rangers only thing. So yeah. But I'm thinking about a new channel. Regular content on this channel. I'll be on Bleacher Report again in 2 weeks. Merch, limited merch coming soon. And so much more. Subscribers, members, donations. Thank you guys so much. You never have to do that, but it helps me out tremendously. It makes me feel so good. You guys enjoy the rest of your Tuesday. I'll talk to you guys later tonight, another video, and then I'll see you guys on stream tomorrow. We'll talk about the game tonight. Whether the Celtics can extend it or not remains to be seen. Love you guys. Bye.